It's time for Show Off, the quick-thinking academic quiz show on CCTV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. Jocelyn Circus, Director of Professional Development. Today we have two teams of CCP students competing to show off their knowledge about today's topic, which is physics and mathematics. On team one, we have Shane Bates, Yannick Stevens, and Charles Jackson. Welcome, team one. On team two, we have Anna Marie Powell, Jason Rose, and Cheyenne Norrie. Welcome, team two. Here's how the game is played. In the first round, I will ask a question directed at both teams. The first person to buzz in with a button in front of them will get to attempt to answer. If their answer is correct, they win a point for their team. If their answer is wrong, their team loses a point and the other team gets 10 seconds to answer. If they guess correctly, their team earns 1 point, and if they are wrong, their team loses a point. They may also pass and neither win nor lose a point. The team with the highest number of points at the end of the game wins. So, are you ready to play Show Off?
Yeah.
Let's begin. First question. Physicist Erwin Schrödinger composed a quantum physics thought experiment that asked if a cat, A, could land on all fours, B, was alive or dead, C, had potential energy when it climbed a tree, or D, could generate electricity via static charge. Team one, Yannick.
Is it B, was alive or dead?
That's correct. Very good. Alive or dead. In the experiment, a cat sits in a box along with a Geiger counter, some poison, a hammer, and a radioactive substance. When the radioactive substance decays, the Geiger counter triggers the hammer to release the poison, which kills the cat. But the radioactive decay is a random process, and there's no way to predict when it will happen. According to Schrödinger, until the box is open, the cat is both living and dead in equal parts. Note, this was only a thought experiment, no cat harmed in Schrödinger's experiment. Who wrote the Principia, which included his 3 laws? Was it A, Galileo, B, Copernicus, C, Fermi, D, Newton? Team 1, Charles.
We're going to go with Newton on this one.
Very good, that's right. Isaac Newton. In 1687, Sir Isaac Newton published the 3-volume Principia, which outlined his 3 laws of motion summarized as follows. 1, a body at rest remains at rest. 2, force is equal to mass times acceleration. 3, for every action, there is an equal and opposed reaction. The Principia deals primarily with massive bodies in motion, initially under a variety of conditions and hypothetical laws of force in both non-resisting and resisting media. The Principia provided a physical and mathematical basis for how basic elements of the universe work and how celestial bodies move and interact with each other. Well done, Team 1. Next question. For which theory did Albert Einstein win the Nobel Prize? Was it A, relativity, B, special relativity, C, the space-time continuum, or D, the photoelectric effect? Team 2, Cheyenne.
The right answer is A, relativity.
I'm sorry, Cheyenne, that is incorrect. Team 1, you have the opportunity to take the point.
We're going to go with C, space-time continuum.
I'm sorry, both teams have lost a point on this one. The answer is the photoelectric effect. Einstein was rewarded for his many contributions to theoretical physics and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. The photoelectric effect is in common use. You experience it every time a supermarket door opened for you. Blank is a mathematical study of the properties that are preserved through deformation, twisting, and stretching of objects. Tearing, however, is not allowed. Is it A, topology, B, topography, C, geometry, or D, differential geometry? Team 1, Yannick.
Is it B, topography?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It goes to Team 2 to try to take the point. 10 seconds, Team 2.
I think the right answer is A, topology.
Very good, it is topology. Topology has to do with the study of spatial objects such as curves, surfaces, the universe, the space-time of general relativity, fractals, knots, manifolds, and phase spaces that are encountered in physics, such as the space of hand positions of a clock, symmetry groups like the collection of ways of rotating a top, etc. Very good, well done, Team 2. What is the name for the number of cycles of a vibration per unit of time? Is it A, frequency, B, amplitude, C, resonance, or D, oscillation? Team 2, Jason.
A, frequency.
That's correct, frequency. Very good. Frequency is calculated by counting the number of vibration cycles over time and then dividing by the length of the time period. Frequency is often rendered in hertz, which measures the number of cycles that occur in a second. Very good. Next question. Which type of wire has lower resistance? Is it A, long and thick, B, long and thin, C, short and thick, or D, short and thin? Team 2, Cheyenne?
I think the right answer is C, short and thick.
That's correct, short and thick. Given identical materials at identical temperatures, electrical resistance is greater for longer and thinner wires than it is for shorter and thicker ones. Very good. Next question. Which law of physics states that the upward buoyant force exerted on a body immersed in fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces? Is that A, Boyle's law, B, the law of conservation of energy, C, Newton's third law, or D, Archimedes' principle? Team 2, Cheyenne.
I think the right answer is D, Archimedes principle.
Archimedes' principle. Very good, correct.
Well done.
Archimedes' principle states that a body immersed in a fluid is buoyed up by a force equal to the weight of the displaced fluid. Examples of Archimedes' principle at work include ships and icebergs. Both have portions submerged in water, yet there is a force equal to the weight of the water they displace that keeps them buoyant. A prime number is A, a number larger than 100, B, a single-digit number, C, a number whose only factors are itself and 1, or D, a fraction divisible only by itself. Team 2, Jason.
C, a number whose factors are only itself and 1.
That's correct, Jason. Very good. A prime number can be divided without a remainder only by itself and by 1. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 13 are all prime numbers. The greatest prime number under 100 is 97. The Roman numeral M represents A, 1,000, B, 500, C, 200, or D, 100. 2, Jason.
A, 1,000.
Very good, Jason. It is 1,000. The Roman numeral M represents 1,000. Traditionally, Roman numerals were used to indicate the order of family offspring of the same name, and also if the same surname was used for kings and other leaders. Today, Roman numerals are everywhere, from watches and clocks to Super Bowl games. Next question. When solving binomial equations, what do the letters F, O, I, and L stand for? Is it A, fixed opposite inverse line, B, first outer inner last, C, front outer inclined latitude, or D, formula origin inverse line? Jason again.
B, first outer inner last.
That's right, Jason. The letters FOIL, or FOIL, stand for first outer inner last. The FOIL method is a technique for distributing two binomials. First means multiply the terms which occur first in each binomial. Outer means multiply the outermost terms in the product. Inner means multiply the innermost two terms, and last means multiply the terms which occur last in each binomial. Last question for this round. What is a 15-sided polygon called? Is it A, a pentagram, B, a hexagon, C, a pentagon, or D, a pentadecagon? Jason again.
D, a pentadecagon.
That's right, it is a pentadecagon. A pentadecagon is a 15-sided, 15-angled polygon. A regular pentadecagon is constructible using compass and a straight edge. Okay, very good, teams. Let's see what the score is. Team 1, you're trailing behind with 0 points, but you'll have a chance to make it up in the next couple rounds. Team 2, in the lead, 7 points. Congratulations. Now, let's find out a little more about our contestants on Team 1. First off, we have Shane Bates. Welcome, Shane.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Shane, you told me that you enjoy biking, but particularly interesting was that you told me that you bike with a nonprofit group called Gearing Up.
Yeah, Gearing Up is a nonprofit organization here in Philadelphia that helps women who are going through transitions.
Wonderful. Well, welcome, Shane. Yannick Stevens is next. Yannick, you told me that you have an uncle in St. Kitts, is that
Yes.
right? And he teaches math.
Yes, he does. So hopefully he won't be watching this.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. He teaches at the college?
He teaches university level math, yes.
Very good. And on the end, we have Charles Jackson. Welcome, Charles.
Thanks.
I understand that you are studying business and you're interested in dual admission.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about dual admission.
It's a program where, two schools, they comply with each other's and their policies and the classes that are required for diploma programs. And pretty much they use that process to ease the transition for students between various schools.
The transition between the two schools easier, yes?
Oh, it helps.
Very good, very good. And you're interested in Temple.
Oh, yes, Temple University.
Very good, and you're studying business. Look, wonderful. This second round works the same way as the first, except that a correct answer is now worth 2 points. An incorrect answer still only costs the team 1 point. An excellent opportunity to make up some points here. Okay, then is everyone ready for round 2?
Yeah.
Time to show off. First question. A baker's dozen is how many? Is it A, 12, B, 13, C, 9, or D, 6? Yannick on team 1.
Is it B13?
13, that's correct.
Yeah.
A group of 13, a dozen plus 1. It's believed that the term comes from the former practice among bakers and other tradespeople of giving 13 items to the dozen as a safeguard against penalties for short weights and measures. Bakers who were found to have short-changed customers could be subject to severe punishment, including judicial amputation of a hand. All right, next question. This Princeton University mathematician and economist's doctoral thesis was a mere 27 pages long. Still, it led to his winning a Nobel Prize in economics for his work concerning game theory. Who was he? A, Ronald Case, B, Gary Becker, C, Eric Stark Maskin, or D, John Nash? Nobody gains or loses a point in this one. The answer is John Nash. At 16, John Nash was awarded the George Westinghouse Scholarship, which provided a full scholarship to the Carnegie Institute of Technology. He won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1994 because of his 27-page doctoral dissertation, Non-Cooperative Games, written in 1950 when he was just 21. Nash's struggle with severe mental illness was the subject of an award-winning book, A Beautiful Mind, by Sylvia Nasser. The book was later adopted into a movie of the same name. Okay, next question. A derivative measures A, the rate of change at any point on a curve, B, instantaneous speed, C, the area under a curve, or D, the perimeter of an irregularly shaped object. Team 2, Cheyenne.
The rate of change at any point on a curve.
Very good, that's correct, Cheyenne. 2 points, well done. The derivative measures the rate of change at any given point on a curve. Geometrically, a derivative can be thought of as the slope of the tangent line to a curve at a given point. For a straight line, the rate of change is the same as the slope. For a curve, the calculation becomes more complex. Next question. What is a line whose distance to a given curve tends to 0? Is it A, a tangent, B, an asymptote, C, a secant, or D, a hypotenuse? Team 1, Charles.
We're going to go with B, asymptote on this one.
Correct, it is. It's an asymptote. Well done, Charles. In analytic geometry, an asymptote of a curve is a line such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches zero as they tend to infinity. The word asymptote is derived from the Greek asymptotes, which means not falling together. Next question. In mathematical notation, what does the Greek letter sigma stand for? Is it A, integrate, B, the sum of the numbers, C, the cubed root, or D, equal to or less than? Team 1, Charles.
We're going to go with B on this one.
The sum of the numbers, that's correct. Very good, Charles. Sigma notation provides a way to compactly and precisely express any sum. That is, a sequence of things that are all to be added together. In this example, one would say the sum as k goes from a to b of f of k. The letter sigma is the 18th letter of the Greek alphabet. Well done, Team 1. Next question. How is the golden ratio applied to art? Is it A, its proportions make for a pleasing composition? B, it helps artists understand the best proportions for mixing paint? C, it is used to define facial symmetry? D, it divides pictures into exact thirds? Team 1, Yannick.
Is it A, its proportions make for a pleasing composition?
That's correct, Yannick. Yes, its proportions make for a pleasing composition. The term golden ratio is used to describe aesthetically pleasing rectangles based upon the width to length ratio of 1 to 1.68 and then goes on and on from there. The golden ratio is considered especially pleasing to the eye and is used in art, architecture, and all manner of designs. There are many instances where the golden ratio is found in nature, including plant life and molecules. In the world of mathematics, the numeric value is called phi. Next question. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, and F are used to represent real numbers in what kind of notation? Is that A, decimal, B, binary, C, hexadecimal, or D, octal? Team 1, Charles.
We're going to go with B on this one, binary.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Really?
Team 2, you have an opportunity to take the 2 points.
You want to guess, or should we just pass?
Go with D.
D, octal.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Also, the answer is hexadecimal, C. Hexadecimal refers to the base 16 number system, which consists of 16 unique symbols, the numbers 0 to 9 and the letters A to F. For example, the decimal number 15 is represented as F in the hexadecimal numbering system. The hexadecimal system is useful in computer technology because it can represent every byte, or 8 bits, as 2 consecutive hexadecimal digits, whereas representing a byte in binary would require 8 digits. How many equal sides does an icosahedron have? Is it A, 100, B, 5, C, 33, or D, 20? Time's up. The answer is D, 20. An icosahedron is a polyhedron that has 20 faces, from Greek icosa, meaning 20, 30 edges and 12 vertices. Many viruses, including the herpes virus, have icosahedron shells. Icosahedron, or 20-sided dice, are used in several role-playing games, including Dungeons and Dragons. If you've ever owned a fortune-telling toy known as a magic 8-ball, you might know that the answers are inscribed on an icosahedron floating in alcohol that's been dyed blue. Next question. Which of these angles is a reflex angle? Is it A, 150 degrees, B, 260 degrees, C, 75 degrees, or D, 33 degrees? Team 1, Shane.
B, 260.
That's correct, Shane. 260. Yeah. A reflex angle is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. Acute, obtuse, right, and straight angles are not reflex angles because they're less than 180 degrees. Next question. Which of the following is an example of the Fibonacci sequence? Is it A, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, B, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, C, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, D, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yannick, Team 1.
Is it B, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Team 2, you have an opportunity to take the 2 points.
A.
That's correct,
Oh.
Team 2. The Fibonacci sequence was discovered by a late 12th to 13th century Italian mathematician, Leonardo Pisano, known as Fibonacci. In addition to spreading the use of the Indo-Arabic numeral system throughout Europe, Fibonacci popularized the sequence of numbers 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, wherein each number is the sum of the 2 previous numbers. He wrote about the sequence and how it could be used to predict growth in the population of rabbits from one generation to the next. Well done. Next question. In geometry, which of the following statements is not proof that a triangle is congruent? Is it A, ASA, B, SSS, C, CPCTC, or D, SAS? Team 1, Charles.
We're gonna go with C on this one.
That's correct, Charles. Well done. CPCTC stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. CPCTC is used to prove that corresponding parts of triangles are congruent. ASA, angle side angle, SSS, side side side, SAS, side angle side, and AAS, angle angle side, are used to prove that 2 triangles are congruent. What is the optimal catapult angle for distance? Is it A, 15 degrees, B, 30 degrees, C, 45 degrees, or D, 90 degrees? Time is up. The answer is 45 degrees. His catapult launch angle equations help a user determine the trajectory and impact point of a machine. Catapults were a popular siege weapon used during the Middle Ages. The best angle to launch a catapult for distance, assuming a frictionless environment, is 45 degrees. By increasing the angle of the catapult, users can achieve greater heights at shorter distances. Okay, that's the end of round 2. Let's check the score. Team 1, you now have 10 points. And Team 2, 10 points as well. It's a tie. To my left, we have Anna Marie Powell. Welcome, Anna Marie. Anna, you told me that you were a retired corrections officer.
Yes, I am.
Tell me a bit about that.
Yes, I'm a retired correctional officer from the city of Philadelphia here, and it's a rewarding career in helping individuals who have lost their way and made poor decisions.
Wonderful. That must have been very rewarding for you. In the middle, Captain Jason Rose.
Hi.
Hi, Jason. Good to have you here on shore. Jason, I understand that you enjoy genealogy.
That's true. Yeah, I enjoy learning about my family history and my past.
On the end, we have Cheyenne Nori.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. I understand that you're a student here at CCP, of course, but you're working on your transfer applications.
It's getting long, but I'm working on it. And getting my transcript from the college and sending it to some school like Temple and Jefferson.
Now we're going to take a short break, and when we return, we'll begin round 3. Welcome back to Show Off, the quick thinking academic quiz show on CCP-TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. I'm Jocelyn Serkis, Director of Professional Development. I'm sure that you noticed that Team 2 is not on the stage. That's because round 3 is a little different than the 2 previous rounds. Each team will be answering the same questions, so Team 2 is in isolation right now, so they don't hear the questions in advance. In this round, each team is given 1.5 minutes to answer up to 10 pop culture questions. After hearing the question, they will discuss an answer among themselves, and the captain of the team will give the answer. If they're correct, the team earns 1 point. There is no penalty for a wrong answer, and they may choose not to answer the question by passing. Okay, Team 1, are you ready? Okay, let's see you guys show off. In the song Scarborough Fair, we have the herbs parsley, sage, rosemary, and what?
Pass.
Next question. What famous chef likes to kick it up a notch?
Emerald Lagasse.
Emerald Lagasse.
Correct. What was the name of George Jetson's boss?
Pass.
Which Pitbull song was featured in Men in Black 3?
Pass.
Besides the band Fun, who performs in the song We Are Young?
Pass.
That was Janelle Monáe. What actor played Principal Crazy Joe Clark in the movie Lean on Me?
No. Morgan Freeman.
Correct. Which beverage is the Uncola?
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
No, I'm sorry, it's 7-Up. Who won the first Super Bowl in 1967?
Pass.
That was the Green Bay Packers. In what year did Microsoft become a registered trademark?
Pass.
75. What is the name of Shirley's stuffed black cat on Laverne and Shirley? That was
Pass.
Boo Boo Kitty. Okay. They were tough questions for pop culture. Let's take a look at the score. Team 1, you got 2 questions right for a total of 12 points. Okay. Let's bring back Team 2. Welcome back. Now Team 2 is back with us. Okay, Team 2, are you ready to show off?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. In the song Scarborough Fair, we have parsley, sage, rosemary, and what?
Time. Time.
Correct. What famous chef likes to kick it up a notch?
Emerald.
Correct, Emeril Lagasse. What was the name of George Jetson's boss?
Mr. Spacely. Mr. Spacely.
Correct. Which Pitbull song was featured in Men in Black 3?
Pass.
Back in Time. Besides the band Fun, who performs in the song We Are Young?
Pass.
Janelle Monáe. What actor played Principal Crazy Joe Clark in the movie Lean on Me?
I know it, but we have to pass. Pass.
That was Morgan Freeman. Which beverage is the Uncola?
7-Up. 7-Up.
Correct. Who won the first Super Bowl in 1967?
No, pass.
It was the Green Bay Packers. In what year did Microsoft become a registered trademark?
79.
75. And what is the name of Shirley's stuffed black cat on the show? Well, it was the show Laverne and Shirley, and the answer to that was it was Boo Boo Kitty. Okay. Team 2, you got 4 questions right, and now the score is Team 1 with 12 points and Team 2 with 14 points. Congratulations, Team 2, you're in the lead, but not by much. Now we're ready for the show-off showdown. In this last round, each team has wagered an amount of their current point total on getting a correct answer. If their answer is correct, the wager is added to their current point total. If they are wrong, the number is subtracted. Each team will have 30 seconds to discuss and come up with the correct answer. Okay then, let's go. Everyone ready? When solving a math problem using order of operations, what does the acronym PEMDAS mean? P-E-M-D-A-S. What does PEMDAS stand for? Time is up. Team 1, you're trailing behind by just a couple points. Let's go to you. What did you put down as the answer?
We put down parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction.
That's correct, and you wagered 12 points, which brings your score up to 24. Well done, Team 1. Team 2, what did you have for an answer?
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and that would have been subtraction.
Okay, very good. We'll take it. And
We wagered 0.
0, with 14 points. And the winner is Team 1 with 24. Well done. Congratulations to Team 1, and thanks to both our teams for playing Show Off, the quick thinking academic quiz show on CCP TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. I'm Jocelyn Circus, Director of Professional Development. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.